The following are just a few examples of how Obama is using this shutdown to make life as difficult for people as possible. The Obama administration is doing all it can to keep Americans from even getting a glimpse of Mount Rushmore, but Barack Obama's chefs have been deemed essential and are still preparing his meals. Small businesses cannot get loans, but the exclusive gyms that are only for members of Congress have been deemed essential and remain open. The National Mall has been closed to the public, but it will be opened for a huge pro-immigration rally being held by Obama supporters. There are no last chances for cancer treatments for children with cancer. They've been suspended, but the IRS continues to collect taxes from us. And again, I know a few people who still have not received their refunds from 2012. What's up with that? Are they holding out till, I don't know, maybe December after this Obamacare thing kicks in so that they can find them? Maybe. Just thought I'd drop that in there. The NIH has stopped therapy dogs from visiting sick children, but Obama and Congress are still getting paid. The USDA website has been shut down, but no problem. They never inspected anything anyways. But Michelle Obama's Let's Move website is still operating. A runner has been fined $100 for jogging through Valley Forge National Historical Park, but the military golf course that Obama uses regularly still is open. The Obama administration has shut down the Grand Canyon, but the new $2 billion NSA spy center is still spying on all of us. And let's see, what else? The federal government has forced an elderly couple out of their home on Lake Mead during this shutdown, but the operations of the Federal Reserve have not been affected at all. And in South Carolina, the Obama administration is actually using Park Service rangers to keep people away from a privately owned hotel. And the list continues. In Tennessee, the feds have totally shut down the Foothills Parkway, a major thoroughfare that runs through Blount County. At this point, the feds are not even letting people visit the graves of their dead relatives. And the Obama administration, I voted for this guy once, but not in the last election. The Obama administration has actually removed all the well pumps along a 184-mile trail that goes from Washington, D.C. to Pittsburgh, just so that anyone that decides to use the trail will not be able to get any water to drink. How's that for eugenics? The Obama administration is actually attempting to close 1,100 square miles of ocean off of the coast of Florida. It is going to take a tremendous amount of time, money, and energy to keep fishing boats out of that area. I'm getting a little peeved here. This list just gets longer and longer. According to one news report, Gestapo tactics were used against one tour group made up mostly of senior citizens at Yellowstone National Park. Pat Valancourt went on a trip last week that was intended to showcase some of America's greatest treasures. Instead, the Salisbury resident said she and others on her tour witnessed an ugly spectacle that made her embarrassed, angry, and heartbroken for her country. Valancourt was one of the thousands of people who found themselves in a national park as the federal government shutdown went into effect on October 1st, but for many hours, her tour group, which included senior citizen visitors from Japan, Australia, Canada, and the United States, were locked in a Yellowstone National Park hotel under armed guard. The tourists were treated harshly by armed park employees, so much so that some of the foreign tourists with limited English skills thought they were under arrest. When finally allowed to leave, the bus was not allowed to halt at all along the 2.5-hour trip out of the park, not even to stop at a private bathroom. Uh, Number 15, of course, one of the most disturbing abuses of power is how the Obama administration is using barricades and guards to keep military veterans away from open-air memorials such as the World War II Memorial, the Vietnam War Memorial, and Iwo Jima Memorial that are normally open to the public 24 hours a day. It is beyond disgusting for Barack Obama to take these memorials hostage for political gain. And a lot of military veterans have decided that they are not going to take this slap in the face. In fact, one group is organizing a Million Veteran March on the memorials this weekend. You can find their Facebook page right where this link is. Boom, boom, boom. According to their page, a mass protest is being planned for 9 a.m. this Sunday morning. Not to mention, friends, there's going to be a million trucker shutdown, and they will be in Washington, D.C. too. And if you're on that highway, good luck to y'all, because you're not going nowhere. And they plan on making a citizen's arrest. So I'm all excited about this weekend. I'm just gonna watch and see what happens, but I'm really excited about that. You, if you are a veteran, can join the fellow veterans at the war memorials in Washington, D.C. on Sunday, October 13th at 9 a.m. and at the memorials across these United States. Yes, you can join in solidarity. And veterans will not only be the only ones, as they say, as I was saying, and wow, great minds think alike, Truckers Ride for the Constitution will be there. Their link is right here. Again, you can get this at Infowars.com. I just was very bombarded here with what to report this week. There has just been so much coming out. You actually do need a grocery list, folks, with what's going on with our wonderful dictators in office. See, the American people are sick and tired of the corruption that is destroying America. We therefore declare a national protest in support of our nation's truckers. On the weekend of October 11th through the 13th, 2013, truck drivers will not haul freight. Americans can strike in solidarity with the truck drivers. Truckers will lead the path to saving our country if every American rides with them. Many truckers are even planning to take their trucks right into the heart of Washington, D.C. itself. I hope they got a lot of water. That might be why they're shutting down the water. Who knows? I would assume they are. It will certainly be interesting to see what happens. Personally, I have never seen anything or witnessed anything like this. The author of this article says the President of the United States is actually trying to purposely hurt the American people in order to put pressure on Congress. He isn't even being subtle about it. Whether you are a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent, you have to be absolutely, I would say, pissed off by what Obama is doing. And he's showing an astounding lack of respect for American people. I'm really not in agreement that this guy is even working for us anymore. He's against us. It is one thing to play hardball with Congress. That is acceptable. It is quite another thing to spitefully abuse the American people in order to get what you want. What Obama has done goes way over the line. If the American people are not outraged by this, what will it take to wake them up? And you can read more at Infowars.com.